What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So we are currently up 6.5%. Very exciting day for Lucid. I'm going to explain what is prompting this massive rally and whether it's going to be sustainable. I'm going to go over some updated data points, very relevant to a lot of investors, and tie it all together with some technical analysis. But before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe. You guys know the deal by now. Also, don't forget to pop over to my Discord, link in the description below. It's a good chat. With that said, though, let's get right to it. So some key takeaways as of right now. So 5.2 million as far as overall volume, 35 is the average. So volume definitely is up there. We're not even 1 hour into the trading day as of yet. So definitely today might be a day that we actually get over our average. So definitely keep that in mind. Block volume already, like I said, within the 45 minutes of the trading day, 463,000 shares being purchased by institutions and hedge funds. And that's more of a common thing that's been happening over the last several days. More and more institutions are buying. So take that how you see that. I see that as a very strong positive, and possibly that things might be bottomed. And as well, just want to point out 31,000 trades have actually been done as of right now, which if you look on the technicals, shows that momentum is going up big time. So clearly a lot of retail investors are feeling a little bit more comfortable with the broader market because of a lot of different factors. So one of which, as far as reasons that we are having a nice stronger support, not necessarily just Lucid but the broader market, is the Feds did not mention recession one bit. So this is just one of many reasons why we are up as much as we are. So that is very strong positive, because the fact that they didn't mention recession shows that is not really a concern, and that most likely it's just brought on by a lot of FUD. But today there was some good economic data that did come out. Looking more specifically at the GDP, as far as the price index, has gone up. So 8.1 versus the forecast, which was 8. Initial jobless claims was also lower than expected. So 210,000 versus a forecast of 215. So definitely there is a lot of good things that is coming out for economic data. Again, showing that our economy is strong and that the likelihood of a recession isn't really there. So that is a very strong positive. And then there was some things that did come out, and we all know about the recall. So yes, that is a recall, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to get into that Pandora's box right now, but right here, 1,117. Again, if you read between the lines, that shows that we have delivered 1,117. I don't know if this is just a hidden way to show exactly how many they've delivered, because keep in mind, I believe is Q4 there was 125, Q1 there was 360, give or take. So obviously just an estimate, we should be at 630 as far as delivered as of right now. So very much positive, especially as well if you are a numbers individual like myself, especially based on the previous earnings. They said that they produced 400, delivered 300 in April, which was technically outside the Q1. That goes to show that we are ramping up almost every single month, especially right now that May isn't even done as of right now. So again, there was a little bit more of a negative, but people are twisting it to a positive. But with that though, there is some other things as well I just want to bring up as far as options activity. So options activity, I've been saying over the last several videos, there's been a lot of big money getting in, all pointing to 1850 and 1950 as far as strike prices, as far as that 8-day expiry date, and then the 1950 is also at the same time period. So clearly a lot of big money is betting on Lucid going up. So take that how you see that. I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But with that though, I just want to talk on some short interest. So right now, this is also something that a lot of people need to watch for, because right now our short score is 85.06. Utilization is 100%. So short score is definitely up there in showing that there is a stronger and stronger likelihood of a squeeze happening. Especially today, we're very green, but yet shorts are still increasing their position. 0.21%, which works out to be 619,000 shares being additionally shorted. Cost to borrow is also going up, 17.45, and I've always said typically cost to borrow and short interest are inverse, and officially 24.22% is our short interest. So definitely out of everything, it goes to show that the likelihood of a squeeze happening is very much there, especially if we continue to get a lot of good news. There was this as well. Just want to bring this up. This isn't technically official news, but we all know 520 is the actual miles, the EV rating, which alone is amazing, sets Lucid apart, shows the technology and what Lucid can do. But there was some individuals that did do a test run, because keep in mind that 520 is best case scenario. So obviously no additional additional weight, flat surface, things like that. So best case scenario, but as it even says, best circumstances. But right here, somebody did actually do 700 miles, and they did it as of broken down right here. So they even had one flat tire, had to change that. They did 687.4 miles, 35 hours of driving, changed drivers every 3 hours. So at the end, yes, this isn't a formal news or anything like that, but still goes to show that maybe there is a lot more potential for Lucid to even get more than that 520. But keep in mind, what they did was very, very best case scenario. They even only drove 27 miles per hour, which in reality isn't realistic. So take that how you see that. I see this as a very strong positive. As with a lot of other things, clearly the market knows and realizes that Lucid is extremely undervalued, and clearly we're just getting to where we are. And even more so on the technicals, we are officially breaking out from the lower to the higher percent of the Bollinger Band, which in general is very much bullish. So take that how you see that. Even momentum, number of buyers, like I already said at the very beginning, number of buyers is getting in. So it appears that both retail investors and institutions are getting in today. We in reality are getting to this nice happy price. And I just want to show you one quick thing, and I'm just going to pop over to Interactive Brokers briefly and show you a couple of things. So in case you ever like Interactive Brokers, has a lot of good information. Take a look at that in the description below, or as well in the comments. I'm just going to put it there, but just want to show you the social sentiment as of right now. Despite everything, it is still very much negative. So clearly people aren't really seeing this as a sustainable rally. So that's one thing I do disagree with. We are getting over these pivotal points, and despite the fear that's been in the broader market, we've held that $17 level pretty well in my opinion. So I do disagree with what is happening, and I feel if we can actually hold some level of this gain, at least today, that a lot of people are going to think of this start to in a positive light. And once that happens, a lot more retail investors, in my opinion, will get in. As well, I just want to show you this. So technically what I do on the technical stance is I look at a lot of indicators and so forth. But if you are a big fan of the Elliott wave and that kind of analysis, based on everything, it does show a short-term projection for Lucid at 2380 to 2570. So even if you do get in as of right now, still, you can have a fairly good return on investment. But keep in mind, it's going to be the patient investors that make the most in the long term, because Lucid is going to be doing a lot of big things, especially there's been so much good news coming out, unfortunately, during a bear market per se, that's just been brushed under the rug. But in reality, it shows that Saudi Arabia is really backing Lucid and has been backing them the whole time, regardless of it going to 60 down to 13. They've been supporting it the whole time. So I really like that, and hope you do as well. But with that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. And also let me know in the comments below whether you've been buying or selling or whatever you might be doing. Let me know. And as well, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.